Okay.
There we go. 3. 16. Hi, Karen. Hi, Gerald. Hi, Ruth. 26. Hi, Ralph.
Ruth says, hello from Florida.
Hi, Stephen. Hello, Ellen. 32. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Ken. Good evening. Hi, Beverly. Hi, Terry. 41. Hi, Ann. Up, Ann from Manhattan, signing in. Hi, Charney. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Eileen. Pity.
I feel like we're the romper room.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Right, or the Chuckle Patch. Do
Oh,
you
that's
remember
what
the Chuckle Patch?
Yeah, that's Magic Garden.
Well, good evening, everybody. We've been busy little beavers. And if you guys haven't been beavers and doing your homework, I'm going to put you all in the corner. So please do make sure you guys are doing your homework, because while we're chit-chatting, I am going to go check the inbox to see how many love notes to the mayor that we have. So we have a lot of news to report to you today. First, I'll let you know that we have worked out a schedule over the responses for the court case for the copay action. March 29th, our brief is due, and then 8 days later, the city's brief will be due. March 17th, the city has until March 17th to file their motion to dismiss. So we'll be waiting to see if they will be doing that. And of course, we'll fight that, so don't worry. And then the city will have until April 6th to reply. So that's basically it on it's just, we had it when in the course of doing this litigation, it's respectful, you sit and work out a schedule of when things will be due with the other party. And you file that with the court so that they know what the expectations are. So that's that with the court case. The Valentines. Have you guys been doing the Valentines? There should be an easier way to get on. Waiting for news. Oh, well, you are on, Ann. I see you. Right? I see you. I sent from both my emails. So Roberta sent twice the love. I like to see that, Roberta. Makes me know that you guys are doing your job. Let's see. And come back. Okay, and we are also changing our PO box, but do not worry, it'll stay open for a little while longer to catch everything, but we are moving our PO box. We had Madeline retire, so we want to thank Madeline for her time of service and catching us, getting us to this point. We had Gary step down. Gary was going through some health issues, and although we hated to see them go, we wish them both very well. We did bring on Carol Witten, and Carol has an MBA in finance from Pace, so we are in good hands. And we also have an accountant helping us because the sheer volume of this organization that we have built has become monumental. Right? Pretty good way to say that.
Yes. Thanks to you guys.
Thanks to all of you. We have become a mountain.
Yes.
So we have a gentleman who will be helping us do all of our accounting, and he has a lockbox, a secured lockbox for donations to go to. Joe will be putting it up on our website. So if you're going to be mailing a check, please send that to him. And he is here in Georgia where I am. So don't worry if you see a Georgia address rather than a Florida address. But Justin is his name, and you'll see you'll be making the letters out to us, care of him. and then his address here in Georgia. He's a very nice young man. Carol and I will be meeting with him, I think, in a week and a half. So that's the P.O. Box story, Carol, Natalie, Gary, and the Valentine. I think we hit everything. All right, good night. What else did we forget? Did I forget anything?
No, I think that was it. I think that was on the list.
Damn, we're good. We did
I
that in
know, right?
15 minutes. Does anyone have any questions? The mayor's email was the most difficult homework assignment today. Melissa, really? That was not a difficult assignment. Good heavens. If that was difficult, wait till you see the next one. Yesterday I was in Sanford, Florida for DC 37 retirees. So some of you saw our video with Everest Nato and Carol Linda Rosenblatt. I think Carol Linda Rosenblatt's going to end up having to come onto Facebook page because she has a fan club now with all of that, with those big pink heart glasses. She's going to kill me for that, but we're going to end up dragging her in. And Everest absolutely loved all of the birthday wishes. That was very sweet of all of you. So yes, stay tuned because we have a few more. DC 37 is sending us to St. Pete and Weeki Wachee and Fort Lauderdale. So we'll probably do a quick live from each one of those locations. No change in the Zelle, no change, nope, not yet. I think all that should be fine. We did change the Venmo address. We just added a number 2 to the end, and that is already on our website. Michael, lobby Biden again. I did actually go up on YouTube. I just posted that video. I will post it to the page so you guys can see it, but I did. Last night when I saw that, I was so angry. I had landed and someone sent me that link and I was like, what? So you'll see Angry Marianne in the car doing a video about President Biden. Please do not listen to Bill de Blasio. But yes, Michael, you'll see that. You'll see me express myself. James asks, is there any update on city council legislation support from members of the Progressive Common Sense caucuses? No, we're still waiting for a bill number. Stephen, I checked out Amazon. They sell heart-shaped eyeglasses. Thank you, Stephen. You're a hoot. Are there any other city council members who support us that are running for re-election? So Gerald, yes, that's going to start coming. We're working with another organization to help us do this properly, because I think we need to set up a PAC fund in order to do that, to keep it separate from our legal fund. Or just do it generically like we did today, like, hey, this person is doing a fundraiser. If you're interested in supporting them, you know, please just go to their website and make their donation. So thank you to all of you that did that. And as those come in, we will post those. And if you're in the city and you can make their fundraisers, go in person and tell them, hey, I'm a retiree and I came out to support you, and say thank you. That way they'll remember, because when this bill does come up, we're going to need their support again. You know, let them know that you're involved. And I'm going to say something about that too, because I'm learning that even here where I live, right? We take for granted that we hire officials that we think that will do what we believe we put them in office to do. But if we step outside and we stop paying attention, sometimes they do what they want to do, not what you want them to do or why you elected them when they told you what they stood for. And then without you realizing it, they're putting in their own agenda and not the one that they ran on, or the one that they promised that they would, or the one that you thought that they would do. And I'm dealing with that right now. So even though we want to not pay attention, we don't have a choice. We actually have to be involved in our governmental process, or as we were watching, bad things will happen. So be involved in your process. For some of you, I know it takes a lot out to be able to do it, but I really do think that the more active that you are in any capacity you can be in, whether it's showing up at every meeting or every other meeting or whatever it is, a card, a note, an email to let people know that you're watching and that you're there. Don't always send them the angry email, but sometimes sending them to the thank you email like we asked you to do. It speaks volumes because it lets them know that you're not just angry and you're not just going to reach out to them when you are angry, but that you're appreciative of all the other things that they do. So go, if you're on Facebook or on Twitter or on Insta, like their page, watch what they're doing. Let them know you approve of what they are doing and let them know you don't when you don't.
All right, hold on. Let me go back here.
Hello, everybody. I gave out a few flyers to cops today who knew nothing about it. Well, thank you, Susie. Hopefully they're watching. We need to do that too. Joe, if you're on here watching, we need to scan through some of our flyers to make sure that the P.O. box, the old P.O. box and the old Venmo aren't on there. So if we do, we're going to have to revise those. If you could point those out to Michelle and then she and I can work on those.
Right.
Ellen, I loved your video about former mayor trying to get a federal labor position. Girl, I was like, what are you thinking? Someone on YouTube said I should volunteer. Great, I'm going to have a heart attack. You want me to now go to Washington, D.C. and be the labor secretary?
Serena Mia says Adams is going to try and pull a fast one with the budget and manipulating city council, don't you think?
You just never know.
Yeah, listen. But that's all right. We'll be right behind him doing something.
Hey, look, you know, Michelle could tell you, sometimes we're up until 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. We've been trying not to do that in the last couple of weeks because she and I are both exhausted. But I'll tell you, we have looked at this thing every which way like a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
And trying to figure out, right, every strategy we can take.
Even I shook my magic 8 ball so hard that it won't even tell me anything anymore.
It's upsetting you.
Yes.
Oh. Ellen says, finally, can we do a personal deliveries of a cookie or a flower to city council members on Valentine's Day? I don't know how we would do that. I don't know how we would do that. But let me think about that one for a second.
Karen asked, any update on our other cases?
Nope. And we spoke to the lawyers today, so there's nothing else to report other than what we just gave you early when we started this video. Could my wife be responsible for any co-pays if I decease? Well, as of January 12th, there are no co-pays, honey, so I don't know. Can you clarify that, George? Roberta says, we are a union, you have our support. Wait till you see the video I just filmed before I did this one. So I was just telling Michelle, some of the unions are saying that we are anti-union, Janus funded. Janus is the Janus versus AFSCME, that case that the unions don't like, and funded by the Koch brothers. And they don't understand. Michelle gave me an email from Gloria Middleton from CWA 1180 that said that we are an independent, well-funded machine, right?
Something like that, yeah.
So I'll be posting a video tonight. It'll come out, I guess, right around this one, the time this one will. And so you remember when Michelle and Madeline and I used to do these videos and Madeline would go to the P.O. box. So this is what came into the mail, right? And so you go through these, you pull out the donations and you read all the letters. So I did a little video today, like we used to when we first started, and read some of the letters and told the unions, we're not funded by the Koch brothers. P.S. One is deceased. Unless he's funding us from the grave, and I know nothing about it. And I made sure that they knew that any of the envelopes that we had, none of the envelopes said Koch brothers, and none of them said Janus. That they are all very pissed off, angry retirees that are trying to protect their health care that their former union should have been protecting. So that's all right.
So Michael Brokem says, I logged on late. No news from New York City regarding nuclear option. No,
Nope.
we haven't heard anything.
Crickets.
Crickets on everything. Crickets.
They're under the cone of silence. Margaret Platt says, are there things we can help you with besides donations and homework? Right now, donations and homework right now is really it. But Margaret, if you're good at doing like an Excel spreadsheet, something like that, if we could give you some data, let me know or let Michelle know, because I have another idea of what I would like to do. If we can give you some information and you can put it into an Excel spreadsheet, like name, address, phone number kind of things, that would be helpful. Let's see, can Wendell Potter still be of help? We still talk to Wendell every week, don't worry. Could you still email the Valentine card to folks on the email list? Friend without phrase. Yeah, so we are still collecting those, so please keep doing them. What day is Valentine's Day?
Tuesday.
Okay, so I'm gonna say probably Monday would be the last day to do that.
Right.
So yes, make sure you get that into that email address. That email address comes to us, by the way, but we're gonna need time to have them printed out and you know, get them across the street to the mayor. So. Can we add "We Are Union" to our logo? Well, we're not really a union, but we should be calling ourselves I don't know, union retirees, retired union. I don't know.
No, you can't really.
I think we're really good for where we are, but hey, you know, we're retired union. Where's that? We're retired union labor. We earned our Medicare. I can never figure out which way to point.
Diane Spicer says, is there anything on the court docket for February?
March.
It's March. And then that goes back to Mary Nevin says, what's March 17th? I came on and didn't hear the first part. That has to do with the court case.
What is Deborah saying? Ask changed their website to reflect a New York City Medicare. What? Deborah, what does that mean? Ask changed their website to reflect a New York City Medicare Advantage plan effective date of July 1. What is ask? Okay, William, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. If they are deducting union dues from our pension, doesn't that mean we're union members? Well, Sherry, I'm going to assume you are UFT. You are the only union that does that. And under the Taylor law, unfortunately, they can call you a union member, but under the law, you are not a union member because your union can no longer represent you. They are keeping you connected by calling you a union member, most likely tying your benefit to a catastrophic plan or the ability to vote for your union president, but legally you're not a union member. And they are not really representing your best interests, if you ask my opinion. I mean, that's up to you to decide. but typically what they're doing is they're using your money for PAC to do what they want to do, tying you staying to them by securing your dues to like a Mercer catastrophic plan. And that if you stop paying dues, you lose the Mercer plan, which a lot of people don't want to give up. But many people pay for it, but it doesn't always pay out. I've heard a lot of horror stories about that. When they went to go use it, they couldn't use it. But those are all personal decisions that you have to make. But I understand what you're saying. But under the law, you're not really a union member.
So Donna McLaughlin Joyce says, sat next to Dinowitz and my granddaughter's social school performance. You know, I had to say something. Thanked him and council for their support and continued support of all retirees. He asked me if I saw the council meeting. I told him yes, me and thousands of other retirees watched it. He seemed impressed. Awesome.
And who was impressed?
Dinowitz.
Oh.
She sat next to him at her granddaughter's social school performance. And so she goes, she had to say something. And that was Donna McLaughlin Joyce.
Very good.
Yep. Mary Krupke Meyer says, I stopped paying COPE.
Yes, I'm actually hearing of a lot of retirees stopping to pay their COPE.
And William says, if anyone who has a private Part D plan who hasn't gotten in touch with him, to please PM him.
Yes, everyone. William's been working on another initiative with us. So if you do have a private Part D plan, a private drug plan, please reach out to William. I did not see that lady clarify whose website talks about the Medicare Advantage plan on July. Did you?
Oh, hold on. Who said that? Was that Trudy? Who was it? Hold on, let me go back.
And of course, I don't remember.
No, and I don't see it. Hold on. Okay, that was Deborah. Rowena asked change their website to reflect the news. Okay.
Oh, she says Memorial Sloan Kettering changed their website to reflect that they're, oh, she meant MSK, not ASK. I get it now.
I got it. Oh, okay.
Except they are accepting New York City's Medicare Advantage plan. So I know that they have been trying to negotiate this Medicare Advantage plan with Aetna. All right. We don't know anything about it. We don't know how it'll operate. We don't know what plans they're leaving on the table. We know nothing. So if you notice that because MSK was saying that they were not taking Aetna Medicare Advantage plans before, I'll go back up and look at that later. That means though that they did then sign a contract or planning to sign a contract with them. But if you are an MSK patient, please call the billing office on Monday. You want to find out if that contract starts in July, if that contract is for 12 months. You want to find out what is the term of that agreement. And because last time we found out that they did put in an agreement, but it was for 12 months only, renewable at the end.
Right.
The plan now is not the original Mercer. The new plan is not great. The UFT also provides free legal services for retirees. I wondered if the funds needed to continue these legal services are coming from legit sources. Well, and Ellen, if I recall, because if I remember correctly, MSK did the billing for their doctors so that all doctors in the MSK were covered. However, it was hospital for special surgery where the hospital took
Correct.
the Medicare Advantage plan, but each individual doctor, it was up to them.
Correct. That we verified from them.
Right. So you can ask that again to make sure it's the same. But last year, MSK doctors took it and the hospital took it because the hospital does the billing. It was hospital for special surgery that was different. The hospital took it, but it was up to each individual doctor whether or not they would take it.
Okay, yeah, no, she's right. It's on there.
That way.
MSK, it's on there. It says Aetna Medicare Advantage, City of New York retirees only.
Oh, you just looked up at no. You just looked up MSK.
Yep.
Shoot that to Jake and Steve.
Yep. Take a look at this.
All right, cool. Does anyone have any other questions? Laura Genovese, the schlocky legal plan, Kramer Feldman matchbook lawyers. That's not free. It's $55 a year, and you get what you pay for, Mogru. Tell us how you feel, Serena Mia. Oh my gosh, you're hysterical.
Cracks me up.
Don't even think or talk about an Advantage plan. It hurts my ears. Bernadette, we had a union walkthrough at my school. I'm active, and I brought up the healthcare issue, Med Advantage. She said, if it weren't for the retirees group, this would have been settled by now. I said, what do you mean by settled? The union supported this. They don't get it. Kathy, yes, so Michelle and I will email you after, kind of catch you up to speed. We're going through some transition and yes. Well, actually, I could just pick out one of these envelopes, right?
Well, you got to do
All right.
Venmo, and you got to,
Yeah. So Kathy, give us a couple weeks. We're transitioning. But we'll get back to you on that. And yes is the short answer. Don't worry, we still love you. UFT legal plan is free for retirees, costs for actives. That's for teachers, UFT, yep. Serena Mia, breathe, girl. That's funny.
Elga, you get what you pay for.
Mm-hmm. Help Smart replaced Mercer. It looks like a shit plan and I may drop it. Well, and do this too, Ellen. Call them, please, and ask them if you're in a Medicare Advantage plan, do they still pay? Dan Murray, see how long MSK stays in Advantage plan when patients they treat need an operation or procedure immediately, and they're told by the Advantage plan it may take a couple weeks to get approval to perform that operation or procedure. As a patient of MSK, I'm pretty sure MSK will drop out of the Advantage plan that the city's trying to push us into. They must have made some sort of an arrangement that they can't do that, but you're right, because that is part of their, of healthcare survival rate, to make sure that the cancers are treated very aggressively. And if they're being delayed, then that affects the livelihood of the patient. So yes,
Right.
MSK would be like, what's the heart hospital in Long Island? Very same thing. They take their
St.
stats.
Francis.
St. Francis take their stats very seriously.
Right. But again, I wouldn't get all crazy about seeing this on there.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't checked MSK or HSS in a while. So, I don't know how long it's been up there, and again, so we haven't heard anything. So we'll see, but I'm gonna send
We'll
this out.
check it out on Monday. Don't worry. You guys check it out as well. Make the calls to the business office and get that information. You just want to find out, when did they sign the contract, when they did, when is it effective, how long is it for, and if they're going to probably tell you it's good for the year, starting July probably, and it's renewable every 12 months. So those should probably be the right questions that you'll ask.
Right.
Sandra Skalski, when people talk about Mercer, are you talking about the catastrophic insurance? Yes. It used to be called Mercer. They're telling me now that it's changed names. My ophthalmologist's office, they have not received any info regarding the TRO on copays. Okay, Sandy Limbrick, it's not a TRO, it's a preliminary injunction.
Yeah.
And you need to call when you in the office, or just call them and ask them to call Emblem Health. They will tell you that as of January 12th, they are not charging copays. Okay, so either bring them a copy of the preliminary injunction. It's up on our website. I think it's like number 56, or ask them to call Emblem, and they will be told that there are no copays after the 12th of January. Catastrophic plan will not pay for doctors not in Advantage network, if that's your plan. Do you mean they'll only pay for doctors in the Medicare Advantage plan? Ellen says catastrophic plan will not pay for doctors not in Advantage network, if that's your plan I called last year. So I'm assuming you mean the opposite of that they will not pay for bills if you're in a Medicare Advantage plan. So if you could clarify that, because I think you wrote the opposite of what you meant. Elga, right now we don't know that there's a contract. We do know that they have been negotiated one, because they did testify to it on the 9th. So,
Right.
and that wasn't a secret. We knew that.
Right.
Ellen Belishak, she says, my dad's catastrophic is not Mercer or the other one named. We've been dealing with them quite a bit in the last 2 months. Ellen, what union was your dad from? Sydney UFA. Okay. I do not know. I thought they were in the same plan, but nope, you're absolutely right. I something's, my brain is telling me It was something else, and I can't remember the name of it because we were actually talking about this the other day with another UFA person.
If you use Ellen Monshine, if you use a doctor out of Medicare Advantage plan network and you are in a Medicare Advantage, they will not pay.
Oh. She's talking about the catastrophic plan.
Yeah.
Thank you for that clarification. Okay. Well, if you guys don't have anything else, I think we're going to call it a weekend. But I'm definitely going to tell you to do your homework. John Meal, what's the name of your catastrophic insurance company?
All right, so they got it through the CSCA.
That's a state union? And that says Mercer.
Yeah.
Given that Montefiore has been under fire overcharging city employees, is there any more news about how this issue is being treated? I'm concerned, as many Bronx and Rockland County retirees use Montefiore as a, I have not heard anything at all.
Joe Mealy says the envelopes I get from catastrophic says AIG.
Yep. Okay, guys, I'm showing 278 emails and there's 20,000 people on this page. That means a lot of people didn't do your homework and you're all going in the corner. So you have tonight, Saturday, Sunday to do your homework. Because this be pretty embarrassing to walk across the street with less than 300, with less than actually a couple thousand emails. So.
Oh, okay, so just, okay, before we get back to, and I know, we don't have that much love for the mayor. Listen, we get it, we get it.
You don't need to have love for the mayor. You absolutely don't. It's but this is not giving him love.
Right.
It's a broken heart. It's saying, don't do this.
Right. So there's a difference. So, right. So, but just repeat, Mary just wants to know oh, there we go. I know March 17th, they, right.
Which case, what part is being heard, presented on the 17th? It's the class action copay case.
No, I know that, but she didn't hear the beginning. So the 17th is just for them to dismiss. It's the city.
Oh,
right.
They have until March 17th to file their motion to dismiss it.
Right.
Dismiss
So
our
it's,
case. And then we'd have to file, we'd have to challenge that. They have the 29th is the day our brief is due. They have 8 days later is the deadline for them to file their reply.
Right. That's what she wanted to know. She wanted to know the way the events went. That's all.
Right. And then so the 17th is when the city has until then to file their motion to dismiss, and then we have until April 6th to reply to that.
Right.
So we're moving into March, April.
Right.
Who said that, no love for the man. I know you have no love for the man. I know you'd rather tell him in person, Ann, but here's the deal. Our advisors are bringing a bag of Valentine, don't break our heart requests to him. It would look really lame to walk over with a lunch bag rather than a shopping bag. And the point is to tell him, we are still here. We are still watching you. Don't do this to us.
Yeah.
That we are still here in force. It'd look really lame if we only showed up with like 250 of them. what I'm
Right.
saying? So we ask you to do these for a reason, because it's still a political campaign.
Right. There's a method to the madness.
There is a method to the madness, because if I only show 200 something, it's not like you're saying, it doesn't reflect that you don't care for the guy. What it's not a love note. We're not sending them love notes. It's showing that it doesn't appear that we have our numbers and we're strong, this large organization. That's what it's looking like. Yes, absolutely. Keep sending them.
Have your friends send them. Have your friend send them.
Yep. Put them in your kid's name, your husband's name, your wife's name, your aunt's name, your grandma's name, your uncle's name, everybody's name.
Elizabeth Montalvo, I'm in Arizona. I have Medicare and GHI. In February 2022, was diagnosed with breast cancer, chemo surgery, radiation. Were covered with some copay. Am I still paying copay? No one knows
Again,
about the
call
change in the
doctor.
billing department. Right, I will continue with my treatments and paying copay. Okay, no,
Don't pay copays.
right,
You need to
email,
call.
right. If the billing department won't call Emblem, email the org and I will give you a copy of the PI. And then you can print it and give it to them and it'll say that there are no copays.
And
Okay,
if they're charging you because it's on your card, log into your Emblem Health account and print up a new one. If for whatever reason that one still shows copays, call them on Monday and ask for a new one. But the doctor's office should not be calling Emblem. And if you're at the office, tell them, please call Emblem Health right now. There are no more copays. The copays as of January 12th are supposed to cease.
right.
And
Elizabeth,
Emblem will tell them that.
she said, thank you. Dennis Weiss, are we emailing? It's up on the Facebook page and it's gonna go to it's the email address and then we're gonna pull them from there. So it'll show where the email, where it
Yeah,
goes.
Janice, there is an email campaign on our site and on our Facebook page. You have to show we still have power in numbers. Once if they see the numbers drop off, it shows weakness. Can't show weakness.
Emily Epstein, email the org. I have the new address. I will email you the new address because we have to update the flyers and stuff like
And the
that.
website.
Website, okay? We're
Yeah.
still in transition with all this. I mean, it's the Florida address, it's still open,
Right.
but since you're asking, I just rather just give you the new address.
Yeah, and your checks would go directly to the lockbox at the accountant's office, so. All right, cool. Please
Alright.
bring up the homework assignment again. Can people who are not in, yes, Susan, everyone can do the Valentine's card.
Yes, I know, Trudy, yeah, I know where there's a little bit of a delay and everybody else who sent checks is a little bit of delay with them being deposited. So, just bear with us and during this transition.
Just because they're changing places.
Right,
They're
right.
traveling. Don't worry,
So,
Trudy, it's coming.
it's coming, okay? Before you know it, it'll be cashed. It didn't get lost. It's just
We're
trapped.
on top of it, don't worry. Like I said to Michelle, hold on. This is what came in today. So we're getting there.
Yeah, we're catching up. We're catching up.
We
okay?
do have power in numbers. Look at us. Yes, we do. So please, guys, do that homework assignment. Was there a link? He had a link for homework on our website, right?
I believe so. Hold on. I know Joe put it up. Hold on. Ooh, excuse me.
Where will you put it? Because I don't see homework.
Hold on. I know, Mike, you're still watching. Help me out here. Why is my computer so slow? all
Oh,
of a
I
sudden?
see it.
Oh, yep, it's there. It's in the featured. It's the second one. Yep. Hands off our Medicare. Yeah, it's in the featured section on our, there you go.
I copy pasted the link. It's our website /homework,
Okay,
nycretirees.org/homework. And it's also on our Facebook page under
Right.
featured, like Michelle said,
yep, it's the second one in.
with instructions how to do it.
Yes, yes.
Are we good?
All right, and any more questions?
Regarding the Valentine assignment, good to know. Just to be clear, my husband can send his own. Yes. Yes, yes. Everyone can send it. Yes. Yes, like Sunday, I want to see like over 1,000 in there, please. 278 is lame. And I'll tell you what, whichever one of you retirees don't do your homework, you'll have double homework next week. Because I'll know who you are. How you like them apples? Anyway. All right, very good. Please try to get them in by Monday morning because I'm sure my lobbyist is not gonna like having to do all this crazy stuff. Can't seem to add text to the bottom. Just add it underneath it on the email. You're not gonna add it on the image, you're just gonna add it at the bottom of the email. So copy paste the image at the top and then at the bottom, type your name.
Yep, you're
Are you the homework police? Yes. Deborah said, sounds like my old classes. Damn. I was like, homework. I know, it's like my mom used to say, hurry up and eat your dinner. If you don't eat your dinner, you're having it for breakfast. You're sending it to us. Go to the page, nycretirees.org/homework. And it'll tell you, it comes to us and it's super easy. Dear Mayor Adams at nycretirees.org. It couldn't have been more simple. I think only the teachers get double homework. I don't know. Because if you're all a bunch of teachers, man, you're a bunch of complainers.
My dog, I'm gonna feed mine to my dog.
Especially that you guys were good at dishing it. You're good at dishing homework, but you're not good at getting homework. Anyway. Yes, Ruth, we're gonna try to get some sleep. Because we're all yawning. Stop yawning. You're making me.
I know,
I know, me
I'm
too. See?
sorry.
Oh gosh.
All right, see, now everybody out there in Zoom land here is gonna be going into now.
All right, guys, it's an hour, so we're gonna call it a night. We love you. We thank you.
Yeah.
We'll be posting a couple of our videos. I think I did 3 today. This will be the 3rd. Do your homework. And thank you to Joe. Thank you to the moderators and the admins. Thank you to Kathy Abramshi and Len and everybody else who's hitting the ground for us. We appreciate all of you.
Yes, and again, as I always say, without you guys, we wouldn't be here. And again, thanks to everyone. I truly appreciate it. You guys rock, you really do.
Yes, absolutely. And yes, I am not a city employee, but the daughter of anyone do it. Have your kids do it, everybody. Because remember, these plans affect your families. They could all do it.
Right.
Have your kids do your homework.
All
So,
right.
love you guys. We will chat Monday.
Yes. All righty.
All right. Ciao. Have a good weekend.